Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me, Matt. We have a 1v1 for you all here on Nexus on the Eastern Front. Let's go through the players. We have Duke Marmalader's Panzer Division for the Wehrmacht, because they've already planned this ahead. That also means Muru might go for Tank Commander, Tank Division for the Soviet Union. Indeed they do. Starting out here with moving out with Sappers and Conscripts, pretty basic, going for double Conscript. You have a Volksgrenadier and Pioneer here for the Wehrmacht. Looks like no Grenadier at the moment. Also, we have a little bit more of a casual game where they have talked about everything beforehand or something. We are going to see a Grenadier, so it's going to be a basic 1-1-1 opener here for the Wehrmacht. See how that turns out. Grabbing the points. Soviets also going to split up with their conscripts to secure as much ground as possible. Pretty basic Soviet thing to do. Pioneers and conscripts might soon engage though. Know each other's nearby. We one shot through this little opening here. Oh, not yet. That's being very, very cautious. Silence before the storm, as they say. We have another Volksgrenadier. Ooh. Double Volksgrenadier. This should be interesting. What comes out of this? The Frontoviki come out for Muru, so Muru's going for some more professional infantry too. Both sides are playing very cautiously. Volksgrenadiers could get behind the cover here to stop any Soviet attempt, and looks like they are. Realizing what might happen. Pioneers engaging with the Sappers here. Hunson's going to move into engage as well. That's going to be too much pressure for the Pioneers to work with. Grenade in the way. Not looking good for the Pioneers. Oh, not looking good at all. Because with the Frontoviki so close, they mowed them down.
We are suffering losses.
The Soviets can easily outman someone in a 1v1 in a very short amount of time. There's some Volksgrenadiers inside the building here. Volksgrenadiers are holding pretty well down here against the conscripts. Conscripts do suck at aiming, so that's the thing. That's why Soviets need to be very close with their conscripts to be effective. Grenadiers fighting the Frontoviki. The Frontoviki has that fight very handily. Frontoviki are much better infantry than you'd expect. I like Frontoviki. I prefer to go for them over conscripts. I do like it provides the Soviet player another means of playing. Like, you don't have to go conscript only. You can just go Frontoviki or a mix of both. If you want more professional troops, you can just use Frontoviki instead. A little bit more costlier, but they're pretty good after all. They can take the fight to the Axis infantry pretty reliably. You use that to capture the northern flank. Conscripts were pushed off the south, so the Volksgrenadiers can secure the fuel. Volksgrenadiers didn't even lose a single person. And it shows how bad conscripts are at long-range engagements. You're an MG42 arriving here for the Wehrmacht. Probably set it up over here. Who knows? Or Volksgrenadiers setting out some more Grenadiers and some Pioneers to replace the lost ones. But the Frontoviki are keeping an eye here, but looks like they just want to avoid one another. At least for the moment. A little bit silent again. Both sides are having a little bit of some slow movement. MG42 sit up here, behind this train cart? Is that what you call it? You can also ambush and hold fire. Ooh, this could be fascinating. Oh, I think the conscripts are going to try and overrun this Volksgrenadier. Might realize what's going to happen. MG42 ripped out into the Frontoviki here. Oh, Frontoviki does make it out though, with one guy. Molotov on the Volksgrenadier. It's going to force them off. And actually killing them. Not the best opening here for the Wehrmacht.
Are securing our territory.
Those are Maxims arriving now for the Soviet Union. That's going to make it hard for the German infantry to move up. And he's trying to flank, but there's another Maxim up here. They're covering all the angles. Oh, that did not look good for the Germans. Germans are losing a lot of units in very quick succession at the moment. Just not what they want.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Just trying to get a little bit more comfortable here. Panzers are moving around. Ooh. That's lucky for that MT-42 actually. You have a quick mine being laid, a Molotov being thrown. But now there is a Regal mine there, but I think the Soviets saw it happen. Very quick maneuvering. You have more Volksgrenadiers arriving, no Grenadiers are left. Because the Germans are going to rely on Volksgrenadiers to get the job done. Which isn't necessarily bad. I believe they can get this impact grenade if they're playing as the Panzers, so they could get that, but I really see people go for the impact grenades. Ooh, more Regal mines. Very nice. They're booby-trapping the fighting positions, basically. That's a thing I like to see Germans do, because they should. Germans should lay traps everywhere. And mines, because the Germans were very deliberate about doing that. Germans used a lot of traps and mines and everything by the late stages of the war. Like, or just not even the late stages. The Germans were very fond of using mines. I'll go for that focus. Good idea. Yeah, I don't think the folks gonna want to be there. Yeah, dead squad. Yeah, Germans are losing a lot of soldiers.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Could lay some mines around still. Yeah, and indeed they are. I like to see it. I like to see German actually laying mines with the infantry. Let's see a 2-2-1, which might become a 2-2-2, I'd wager. Because of a half-track coming out. Looks like it's going to be the Crowd Mower. Lend-Lease from the US of A. Russians were apparently very fond of the Lend-Lease. And found it probably one of the most important things they got that would help them win the war on their end. Because without the Lend-Lease, they would not have had a lot of trucks and such.
The new half-track has arrived.
One on the field, probably becoming a 2-2-2 shortly. Indeed, it's already getting the autocannon. Once we can moving around. No mine at this door here. MT-42 sword to hold fire. They've been spotted. They do mow down the Fontevik in short order, but the crowd mow is just gonna kill them. They did destroy the machine gun, so at least the Russians don't get that. Eagle Mine takes out most of the sappers. Crowdmow can take out the 2-2-1 here. It's not got the autocannon yet. People forget that quad 50 caliber machine guns is pretty potent. And he's trying to get inside that building with the Panzerbüchse, but it might be too late. Indeed, it's too late. Crowdmow pulls back safely. However, we do have a Panzer II command tank now, which can most certainly deal with the quad 50 caliber machine guns. We have a tank hunter team. Oh, they took out the half-track, very good. That's probably what they were aiming for. Now the tank hunters are going to have a little bit harder at long range, I think, with the PTIS against the Panzer II's front armor. Because the PTS is not the best, and it actually took out the tank hunters apart from one guy. But the SIS gun will certainly do the job. Oh, it looks like the Volksgrenadiers managed to fight off the Maxim up here too. That's pretty good, but there's a conscript nearby with a DPM and another Maxim setting up. And that Volksgrenadier will not make it. Großdeutschland Panzerdivision being called in. Or Panzergrenadiers rather. Conscript mode down by the Panzer II there. Most of a squad of guards coming in. Looks like it's gonna be motor guards. Pretty good troop in most situations. Can be armed with double DPM, which seems to be the most popular upgrade for them. 4-story stand Panzer Grenadiers on the northern flank here. Equipped with an MG42. For sustained long to medium range firepower. For suppressing the enemy. And being on the defense because you cannot really fight on the move. Oh, flare going out. Yeah, because the Großdeutschen are technically considered recon infantry.
Yeah. The new Grenadier squad is ready.
All Grenadiers being called to the front line now. I would say potentially Panzer Grenadiers might be the better choice in this situation. Panzer Grenadiers are nice. I like Panzer Grenadier. Pioneers laying more mines. Good to see the Regal mines being used. Oh, it's been turned into a Fort HQ over here. I don't think the Großdeutschen can win that fight because of the angle. The Conscripts have the better cover here. Now they may actually be suppressed. They do actually suppress in return, but that Molotov, it just missed them. That's lucky. Artillery called in by what? Oh! Fake artillery from the HQ! Ah, that's cool. I did not expect to see that. Yeah, the PTIs is not doing enough against the front armor of the Panzer II. We see a T-34-76 coming out, which certainly will be able to deal with it. We have to talk slower. Talk slower. Both Grenadiers pushing up here. Oh, we do have some Grenadiers on the flank. They're actually cutting off the Soviets there. Maxim played out. Artillery being called here by the Panzer II.
Tanks can now be deployed.
Building goes down. Soviets are now in full retreat here. But Germans are lacking stuff to capture. But I think the command tank can capture territory.
Destroyed tanks can now be
It can.
T-34s. Yes.
Großdeutschen ready on the move again with some Grenadier support. That was moved to the front line alongside this new T-34-76. Which the Panzer II would not want to fight, I trust you. Artillery being called in here by the SIS gun. Well, firing artillery is probably the better choice of words. Yeah, the Panzer II has to be very careful now. The Germans do have a lot of territory now, so they're getting a lot more resources than the Soviets are. Certainly helping the Germans, I think. That's not a lot more resources, but it's noticeable. Actually, the Soviets still getting more manpower, but that's probably because they're just playing as the Soviets. And Soviets just get a lot of manpower to work with.
Guards troops ready for action.
Get some motor guards arriving here. And indeed, we see the double DPM. I personally like to go for the DPM and the SVTs, because I think the SVT is a pretty damn good semi-automatic rifle. A double DPM is pretty potent, because it allows you to essentially suppress almost instantly. Maybe because of the sheer amount of firepower. Mines trying to be laid by the Soviets, but they got spotted. Artillery being called here by the SIS gun. The T-34 is flying around still.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
There's a Panzerjäger though with a Panzerschreck. The T-34 has to be careful of not getting too close. Not looking good for the Panzerjägers. Now the motor guards are here. They're gonna rip into the German infantry with a double DPM, as we can see. With high explosive from the T-34, takes out the cover.
Supply lines have been cut.
But the Germans have secured basically the entire rest of the flank. All the way up to the Soviet base. Don't mind trying to be like quick. Will it be fast enough to... Oh, they're not being spotted. Oh, now that could actually be a problem for this T-34. There's also a Regal mine. Oh, that Regal mine did go off. They are also getting Panzerfaust on the Fox Grenadier. They also have observations took on the fields. They know this is it. They know the T-34 is there. No shot though. So the Soviets are going to try and overrun this southern flank. There's a Regal mine right here though. Now the Germans actually have to be cautious, or the Soviets are. They don't know there's a lot of Regal mines yet, and they don't have any minesweepers. But I think once they take a few more losses to mines, they might decide that minesweepers is a good idea. But just be cautious here and take it slow. Still no sign this Regal mine had been spotted. Ooh.
We are losing a sector.
Yep, and that's the power of the Regal mine. And with that, suddenly the Panzer II can spring into action.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our line.
Suddenly the Soviets are lacking in anything to stop this Panzer II.
Ready for orders.
Still no minesweepers though, even though I'd suggest the first time you immediately find out you have been mined, a minesweeper is a good idea to have. Observations took taking point. More mines being laid, good to see. That's just gonna be Sprengminen. You have a T-3045 Ace arriving here. Unique 2 Soviet tank commander. Pretty good command tank. More Eagle mines being laid. Just lots of mines here from the Soviets, good to see. And this is a assault guard. Being armed fully with PPSHs with stick magazines, not the drum magazines. Still very, very potent. There's a Regal mine here. Well, the Sprengminen will not do anything to the T-34. But this Regal mine right here they need to take care of. They are seeing minesweepers now. Took them long enough. Guards are securing the Maxims again, alongside some conscripts. Ooh. Yeah, it's not gonna hit the mine. Now the 85 is probably a very big problem here for the Germans, because it is an 85 Ace. And the Ace is pretty potent at dealing with enemy vehicles. But Germans are getting a lot of work done with those command tanks. That Panzer II is doing a lot of work. But he might kill those sabers. Now there's no minesweeper. Oh, it hit the Regal mine. The 85 Ace hit the Regal mine. And see, this is why you need to get Regal mines. They're cheap and they destroy tanks. They destroy tanks so easily. And basically all the German infantry can lay them. Like all basic Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers and Pioneers can lay Regal mines. It's such a potent weapon. I like to see that the Duke Marmalade is actually using the mines. Because the mines is a key cornerstone of the German anti-tank tactics. And it's working, as you can see. The T-34-76 and the T-34-85 has both been destroyed by Regal mines. There's been no need of calling in a pack. It's just helped them so much. Like as the Germans, you just need to sometimes liberally lay mines everywhere. It really does help. And the Soviets are very much in the back foot because of it. A very good play here from the German player. Soviets are still doing pretty well despite everything though. They just need to find a way to break through. But with the Maxims and the Assault Guards, they have the tools to do it. Just need to avoid that Panzer II. Assault Guards are switching target, but they are being suppressed by the MG42s. Brain Assault is going out though. Join their throwing arms. You have this Sis gun though. Or sappers called onto the field, probably for that minesweeper. You'll call into the base. Actually, they began with Thompsons first, which is the unique weapon you can get the sappers if you're playing as tank. Another Lend-Lease thing, obviously. Well, Maxim is being shot to pieces by the MG42 behind the cover here. German infantry is pretty damn good behind cover, especially with good weaponry. They are exhausted though. But then Maxim is just not being able to hold well enough. It's also only got light cover there. Ostdeutschland tried to push up, but getting mowed down by the motor guards. Did take out DA. Oh, there was a mine! Even the Soviets are laying mines, as you can see. Both sides are doing some pretty good work here. Problem is those Sprengminen. And those servers don't have a minesweeper, so oh, they managed to actually dodge around. That's pretty nice. Another MG42 inside the building here from the Grenadier. Those sappers are definitely in trouble. If they get suppressed, they're done for. Yep. Grenade going out though. EPM armed conscripts are doing their best. You have a pretty decent fight here. But the Soviets are definitely suffering a lot. Like, very good play from Duke Marmalade. They played very well for as a German player here. Even more mines going out. Good. Even just some small Schuhminen. Like, mines are just important. That's the Germans. Always be mining if you're playing as the Germans, I've found. It's a really good way to shore up your front line and flanks. After all, there's a reason that most basic German infantry can just lay mines. Other factions don't have that ability. Like, I think conscripts and Frontivici cannot lay mines unless you're playing specific commanders. I believe it's artillery? Just drinking some Fanta here. Got a nice Fanta Orange that I'm drinking from. Probably my favorite orange soda. Ideas on the move. Artillery being called in here by the Lieutenant. Really straight at those motor guards. Now the MP4 just rip into them. Unfortunately for the Germans, this is a tank crew, not actual frontline soldiers. They're not that good in frontline engagements, as you can see. I think it was just a Duke out barrage though, because no shells landed, so they probably cancelled it. Soviets are in a very bad position, but they are taking up for full tier now. We might see something heavy come out at some point. They do have the fuel stockpile here. We also have some Panzergrenadiers coming out here for the Wehrmacht. I believe it's the 13th. 15th, my bad. 15 Panzergrenadiers. I hope they get one of the new models, actually, rather than the very bland-looking Grenadier model for Vanilla Company of Heroes 2. Like this one they have currently. I don't think it fits them a lot, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. It does look decent when I think about it. Depends on what people think. I like the new one they've added for Assault Grenadiers. I think that one model is probably one of the better uniforms they've added to the game. We have the Assault Guards ready to move again with their 4 PPSHs. Apparently you can shoot through this. A little bit awkward. We have a Panzer IV here for the Germans, so they definitely have the armored advantage now. If they didn't have that before. Or fuel airdrop. They gonna try and hold up for an IS-2. In theory, the Soviets could allow for an IS-2 if they can just keep airdropping in fuel. I think they are. Yeah, if they can hold up for 2 1 to 2 more minutes? They might be able to get it at IS-2. And will that be enough, though, is the question. Because for all the mines, even the Regal mines can put a halt to an IS-2. It really depends, I suppose, but that might be what the Soviets are going for. Indeed, the Germans are spending the time to lay more mines. Lots of Regal... Oh, and even putting it around the Maxims, that's cheeky. That's actually a trick I like to do. I like to booby-trap weapons scattered across the battlefield if I can find them. But you never know if someone is going to be the sucker and move to try and grab them and then die. But this time I think the Soviets spotted it thanks to the tank hunters. They could see it and report it back.
We have an isolated sector.
Oh, there's a Regal mine right there! Oh! Oh! Regal mines, Muru. Regal mines. Yeah, Regal mines are very potent. Like, do not underestimate the Regal. And we're about to see IS-2 time. Yep, that's gonna be an IS-2, isn't it? Yep, it's IS-2. Oh god. I wonder how that'll do, or if it'll just be hit, or if it'll just be drive over a mine and then get killed. It's a pretty big investment for the Soviets to try and fight back, but we'll see if it'll pay off. Germans certainly have the upper hand right now. Okay, T-grenade going out. Taking out the Stuk there. Now the Hauptmann is running angrily at them with his pistol. Only to get mowed down. But one guy does survive. No grenade in the way, giving the Soviets some time to capture the point. Germans actually only down to the Panzer IV-H now. They're gonna grab the weapons, or are they just gonna keep laying mines? Oh, they're gonna try and grab the Maxims, okay. Not using them as a trap anymore. And Hunters might get spotted soon. No, the Germans are just grabbing all the Maxims. No, they're the scavenging one, okay. That's a thing you can do too. Ah, but now they just get ambushed by the tank hunters and that. Very cheeky. But we almost have the IS-2 on the field, but will the IS-2 be enough? I'm a little bit dubious, because if that IS-2 drives over a Regal mine, it's basically done for. Like, I remember the Regal mine always caused, what's it called? Immobilization, which is actually what it's designed to do. I believe it's actually designed to destroy tracks. Like, that's its intended purpose. It'd be cool if it did that again. Because that way you can actually stop a whole tank column with just one Regal mine that's well placed. Which I suppose would be the idea behind it. IS-2 on the move here. The Panzer IV-H is certainly going to have its work cut out for it. I don't think the crew is ready to face a freaking heavy tank. Not what they've trained for, or they might actually have trained for it. But how they've been trained for this to avoid fighting it frontally. That's one shot from that 122mm gun and they're dead. It might be too late. Oh no, they're backing off. They realize what's coming. It'll be enough to give the Soviets a weight back. There are Regal mines here. They're very hard to spot. That's why I have to do like this selection box, man. See if there's any of them around. Or fuel that dropped in. The Soviets are making very good use of their commander ability, at least. Just continuously getting fuel despite being cut off for most of it. Another Regal mine there. I like to see all the Regal mine usage. It's really nice. The Germans have somewhat dug in though, with some bunkers everywhere, more Regal mines being laid, very nice. All the Regal mines. I'm not sure if Regal mines actually are meant to activate on infantry, but I suppose they do. Not an expert on them. I just know the Regal mines were essentially designed to destroy tracks. Oh, we have some Sprengminen also going down here. So lots of nice stuff. They're definitely covering their flank. Very good German play. Mines, people. Mines. That's kind of what you're really supposed to do. And we do see a full tag up here for the Wehrmacht as well. Going for the Wacht am Rhein, which is going to allow them to capture points 100% faster. And we do see a Minesweeper this time. Service have realized they need to use. There's a Regal Mine right there. And currently if here is free, I know some engineers can swap between having their Minesweeper out and off. They spot the Regal Mine right there. Do note also, German mines are not guaranteed to be disarmed safely. There's a chance they will explode if you're disarming. Yeah, like that. Remember, there is a chance German mines will just explode when you disarm them. That is an intended purpose of them. They have a lot of stuff designed into them, fail-safes and such. Ooh, that's not good for the eyes too. So you need to generally have a very healthy engineer squad to take care of it, and you need to not do it while you're in a risky situation. That's one of the other powers of the German mines, especially the Regal Mine, because the Regal Mine can just spontaneously explode if you're disarming it. Very, very dangerous stuff. But the IS-2 is still somewhat alive, despite taking the Panzerstrike shot. At least it did not hit a Regal Mine. The Minesweeper is also fairly cheap, only 10 munitions. Huh. Guards are holding on down here, but they're facing up against Panzer Grenadiers and lots of other stuff. But Soviets do have that heavy armor to help hold on. And if, I suppose if it lasts long enough, they can get enough fuel to perhaps get another IS. I'm not sure if double IS is the right call, but I don't know. Might be if the Germans are aiming for a heavy tank like the Tiger or the Panther. Or even the King Tiger, although I should probably not put the Panther in as a heavy tank, because it isn't. The Panther is a medium tank. You have a Capitan on the fields. So we see the front line of the Soviet Union. Minesweeper is going to work. I don't believe Sprengminen will detonate though. I believe Sprengminen can safely be disarmed. I think it's the Regal mines and the Tiller mines. And even the Schuhminen that has a very good chance of exploding in your face. Because a Sprengminen can be safely disarmed. And not look good though, because now they're being hit by German infantry in a tank. They're gonna try and take the point though, but that's a lot of firepower coming their way. They do capture it, even when they're retreating. IS-2 pushing southwards on any mines. Not any mines here. But the further they get in, there are Regal mines hitting around. And we see them, it's right there, it's very hard to see. And we're gonna see the King Tiger. Double IS-2 might be a good idea then. Although the IS-2, I believe, is one of the only tanks in the game that can, in some cases, go toe-to-toe with the King Tiger frontally. Well, it's a very risky thing to do. But it can do it. Oh, there's a Regal Mine there. I like to see all this Regal Mine play. It's actually working out. Ah, we do the T-3045A is called in. Regal mines everywhere. That's they're gonna kill on the bunker. Now the Soviets can technically safely push up. Need to stay near the Minesweeper though. That's another Regal mine right there.
The enemy has destroyed one of our forward installations. The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
I love all the Regal mine play though. I mean, remember there's also one back there. There's also one right there. I think the Soviets realized there's mines everywhere. Oh, the 85 A's can capture points.
Encroaching on our territory.
That's neat. There's a Panzer though. Missed. Hauptmann is securing the point up here. So it's certainly on the back foot. Would have just put the Eagle Mine right there. 85 A's almost drove into it. Will it explode on disarmament? Not this one. Remember, there is a chance it will explode on disarmament. That is the kind of the fear of the Regal Mine. And I believe Muru is probably very paranoid because of all the mines. They need to be very cautious with all their movement. They're actually getting a second sapper, I think. Exclusively also to have another minesweeper around. Now the German infantry is coming down here. Flanking. There's no Regal Mine over here. And the Germans also realize if they can take out the engineers, there's nothing to spot the mines. Panzerfaust going off. It's the ace. That's going to force the ace back. Well, the Germans don't want to face an IS-2. Not without the King Tiger for support. Right, he has definitely got mowed down there quick. IS-2 needs to be cautious. There's still mines around, although I don't see a lot over here actually. They do have a lot of Panzerschrecks. High explosive load here by the IS. It's aiming around here. They cancel it because they realize the King Tiger is coming. Doesn't penetrate. But now the IS-2 has quite a duel on its hands. King Tiger on IS-2. The true battle of giants. Soviets have lost a lot of units here. Bubble sappers coming in now. And this IS-2 is going to work very hard here. King Tiger is just slowly driving forwards.
Engineer, we are losing territory.
And the tank is waiting somewhere. 85 Ace is ready to move again, but the 85 Ace will not be able to survive a single shot from the King Tiger, I believe.
Combat engineers are
Oh, long. Oh, it's aiming for something else. Oh, it's not, this is fake. It's not been able to hold fire on infantry. So the King Tiger is deciding to back off for now, waiting for its infantry support. And an Alf class is spot ahead. Very nice. Have you more mines here? I don't see any more Regal mines. Yep. Panzer 14 now by D85 Ace. IS-2 might have engagement with the King Tiger here. Neither side wants to take the first shot, evidently. IS-2 is going to take a shot. Doesn't penetrate. Squad taken out there by a high explosive shell. 85 Ace trying a little bit too close. There's a Panzer strike in the building. Smoke popped. IS-2 takes a while to reload compared to the King Tiger. No penetration. Actually, didn't even hit. But we have a heavy tank brawl going on now. But I think the Germans have the upper hand. They just need to press it. We need to decide wants to take the first shot. Oh, there we go. One penetration there from the King Tiger. IS-2 is going to be forced to pull back. Not looking good here for the Soviet Union. Might be more Regal. Yeah, oh, there was a Regal mine right there, but a Sapper ran into it, so the T-34 was unaffected. Putting a heat shell, which is not the best against infantry, as you can see. King Tiger's backing off, probably to relocate. One more Sappers running around with Minesweepers. Muru is so paranoid on mines now. As you can see, there's even a Regal Mine right there. Let's see if this one will explode on... also one right there. And that one explode on disarmament. And that one also exploded on disarmament. Yeah, German mines can explode on disarmament. That is literally what they're designed to do. Regal mines are dangerous. That's why the Germans need to use them. And you can see, it has allowed the German player to not get overrun by just using mines. Mines are so pivotal to the German fighting strategy. You need to use them. And you can see the power they have. That is the power of German mines, everyone. That's why you have the option to lay them with all of your infantry, really. That's the whole point. And the whole point of the German mining thing was to, you know, deny flanks of the movement to the enemy, and it seems to be working. It seems to be working really well at that. I don't think the Soviets can really make a comeback at this point. No mines up here. Assault guards moving up. But of course the Soviets don't know there's no mines up there. Artillery called in. Now one safe way to get rid of Regal mines is actually to spend munitions on them by, you know, throwing bombs at them. Special charges and similar. That's one safe way of doing it. Or even shooting at it, because I think the Regal mine is actually fairly easy to shoot when you can see it. But it's not actually that much dug into the dirt. I believe it just kind of lays out there in the open. But nobody wants to touch it, because, you know, it's a fucking mine. And if you touch it, it's gonna blow up. Stuff like that. No mines here. This T-345 is actually pretty safe to just drive up. It's actually ramming? Oh, there's a Regal mine! I missed it, there's a Regal mine right there! Oh my god, the Regal mines! Oh my god. This is why you need to use mines with the Germans. You could do so much with them. Like, he lured that 85 into a charge on the Maxim, and now he's stolen it. The power of German mines, everyone. And now the Soviets are just being completely halted here. They cannot really do anything. Buru surrenders. That was a very good showcase from Duke Marmalade on how you can play the Germans. A good use of German mining strategy and everything, and really showing how absolutely devastating it can be and how you can show up your frontline in gameplay. He didn't even need to get a single pack. That was a good one. I'll see you all next time, everyone. Bye bye.